Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? What's going on? Gather around. I got a story to tell. Come gather around. I got a story to tell. I want to thank all y'all for the support, for subscribing to my YouTube. Keep subscribing. This right here is exclusively for YouTube. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little story today. When I was in the Beacon, that's a building on Rikers Island. It's called the Beacon, and I was in the Beacon back in 2009, and I heard mad stories about the Beacon. The Beacon was real tough. There's a lot of violence going on in the Beacon. Those that been to the Beacon, they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the toughest buildings on Rikers Island back in the day. So they sent me to the Beacon, and through the grace of God, I knew so many people in the Beacon. My man was there, DP, they was there holding me down. So many people, man. My man Ramadan, rest in peace. My man Champ, D Block. Then my brother Dollar eventually came over. But before that, they before I got to see, the family and my peoples, they put me in a house where it was a little chaotic in the house, you know what I'm saying? The house was chaotic, and what happened was this. They gave me a job, like house gang. So house gang it has nothing to do with a gang. You just like a cleanup crew. You clean up the house, right? So I was cleaning up, and you get to stay out probably 15 minutes when everybody lock in. I was assigned the job, but I never really did it because I was like, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And there was perks and benefits to being house gang, right? So if you do the cleaning job at the end of the day, because lock-in time was 10:45 p.m. So you got to go to bed at 10:45 p.m. But house gang, they'll let stay out until like 11:30 p.m. So that was like one of the perks, right? And house gang basically afforded me a chance to get cool with some of the correction officers. So, I'm cleaning up while everybody locked in. I used to do it off and on, but majority of the people that worked the house gang built these bars with these officers. And it was a dude from out of Brooklyn, His name started with a B, so I'm going to call him B. So the dude B was like getting all kind of, weed and little things that we couldn't get, right? The regular population, he was getting weed, he was getting tobacco, things like that. And if you was working house gang, you put two and two together. You knew that he was getting it from the correction officer. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, That's how it was back then, right? So the tobacco was the most, like, the biggest commodity because you can make the most money selling tobacco. And he was getting the tobacco, doing his thing. A lot of people was becoming jealous of B. And B, he was a big dude. B was like 6'5", 270, muscle. You heard? Baby LeBron. And B even showed me one time. He had the scalpel. And he was like, yo, if any of these motherfuckers try to play me, I'm gonna shoot them. Shoot them mean cut, right? So I'm gonna cut the shit out them. I was like, do your thing, man. I said, you move in the building, man. You got the work, He making a whole lot of money back then. He probably making $2,000-3,000 a week. That's good for somebody that's in prison with no responsibility. So I'm like, yo, do your thing, bro. Niggas they're gonna hate regardless, whether you in the street getting money or you in jail getting money. So basically, the house started forming against B. They like, yo, man, we're gonna run down on him. We're gonna rob that motherfucker. He acting cheap with the work. He charging dudes like a regular rollie was like $2. He charging $4. Ounces of weed probably was like, let's say back then $250. He won $500 for an ounce of weed. So his numbers, he was inflating the numbers because he was the only one with it, right? But B is tough in my eyes. There's no chinks in his armor, until one day I'm doing the house gang, and B is in the bubble with the correction officer, And I'm sweeping up the house, regular stuff. I'm sweeping up the house, and everybody's locked in, but they have a little slot near the bubble. The bubble is like the station where the correction officers be at. That's where they be at, do all their paperwork. And I'm listening through the slot, and B is telling the correction officer everything that's going on in the house. He like, yeah, this one right here, he trying to cut me, so I need him moved. Yo, this one right here, I'm gonna set him up tomorrow. I'm gonna put some drugs in his cell. When he not there, y'all come do the search. You could get him out of here, send him to the box. Nigga, what? You working with the feds? That nigga B was working. That's why they was letting him operate, because he was working. So I'm getting all the information. He don't see that. He don't see me because I'm low. Like I ducked down and I'm listening through the slot. So I'm like, oh, all right. Now remember the house, they already want to form against him, So now I got the proof, he's fucking telling. He's a rat. So I go back, I tell, the people in the house and, he went to his cell one day and the whole house just pummeled him, beat the shit out of him, whooped his motherfucking ass, and all that big LeBron James muscle shit didn't work. B folded like a baby. Beat the shit out of B, robbed him. He had drugs in his ass. They went in his ass and took the drugs out his ass. You know what I'm saying? People made him give up the razor because he had a razor. So my dudes made him give up the razor. Like, give me the razor right now, bitch. You know you ain't gonna swing the razor. Give me the razor if I fuck you up some more. He was like, all right, no problem. I don't want no problem. He gave up the razor. They beat his ass again. And B basically went from a hero to a zero. He couldn't get no more work. Somebody else took over his spot. Once the correction officer seen he was a punk, they have no loyalty to him. They let his punk ass go. So that was like my little story today to let you know, stay out of jail, man. And especially if you're trying to shake a leg, which means get money while you're in jail, you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But to the average person out there, man, I hope y'all hear these stories and it deter you to not want to come to prison. You know what I'm saying? But just sharing my little experiences with y'all, man. I hope it could get you through the day today, give you a good visual, Y'all be good, baby. It's S1 signing off, Gone.